All right, everyone, we're here with Verlin, Huck Cycles. We got a really special video. We're actually assembling my bike, so Verlin's going to walk us through kind of a little bit of what's going on here.
Yeah, how we doing, guys? So I'm Verlin, or AKA Pinball around here, and basically we're at the kind of final stages of the bike here, and you can kind of see it's sort of spaghetti back here right now. But what I'm doing is I'm putting on our actual battery connector, because we use a test connector, this XT90, right, or Anderson connector, and we use the test connector so that way we're not, you know, making this thing all junked up when we're disconnecting, connect the batteries a bunch of times, testing everything. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and kind of clean up all these wires, get them all situated and make sure that nothing's going to get pinched, and then I'll go through and test everything, make sure it's working properly, and then we'll program it and then get them out of here.
Oh yeah. And Verlin is the lead wiring guy here at Huck Cycles, so when this thing's done, it does look nice and buttoned up instead of...
Yeah, I actually touch every single bike, go through my hands before it leaves here. So we have two other wiring guys, and basically they bring the bike to this stage, and I wire some bikes too. I'm doing that one over there. But they're kind of our main wiring guys, mainly because I can't wire all the bikes by myself. If I could, I would, just because I like have my own ways of doing things and making it super clean. But I at least get to do the end of it and cleaning everything up at the end, so that helps me and makes me a little bit more comfortable. It's just because I like seeing every bike before it's done and out the door, just so I know that everything looks fairly well and is going to work properly for our customers.
That end quality control.
Yes, sir.
Make sure everything's in order. And we are building a Stinger 3000, got the 150 controller, just wrapping up the wiring underneath the curtain. Verlin's just sticking that little alarm in there.
Yep.
Installed.
Yeah, that's one of the easiest things to install on these bikes. Nice and plug and play.
Love that.
Yeah, and eventually the whole bike is going to be plug and play. We're working on getting a harness for them, just because, I mean, we like doing it by hand, but it slows production down quite a bit. And I know our customers really don't like waiting, you know, 8 months for their bikes, or I know it's not quite that long, but it can be at times for some of the people with all the COVID stuff. So once we get the wiring harness, we'll be able to bang bikes out a lot faster, which will increase our production rates. So customers are gonna be happy. They're gonna be getting their bikes a lot quicker. So
getting out shredding faster.
Heck
there is
yeah.
a link in the description in case you want to get yourself your own Huck cycle with a little discount code. Be sure to check that out.
So when I explain voltage to people, I explain it a lot like water. And what I mean by that is the voltage is kind of like what kind of water you have, whether it be like orange soda or water or milk. And think about it running through a hose. So you have water running through your hose, and that's your voltage. And then the amperage is what pressure that water is at. So if you have like 10 psi of pressure, we can call it, like, let's say it's like 10 amps of current going through the wire. And if you were to exceed the amount of pressure that that hose can handle, it would burst. So if you exceed the amperage draw, your wire is going to fry. And then and it also, voltage, the higher voltage you have, the easier it is for that voltage to do work. So if you have a 72 volt battery and 30 amp hours, let's say you go 50 miles, and then you have a 92 volt battery, 30 amp hours, and you'd be able to go a few more miles than that, like more than the 72 volt battery, just because it can do a little bit more work and have the same kind of amperage. So,
little knowledge drop with Verlin. So now we're gonna put in, what are we putting in now, Verlin?
Right now we're putting in the external charger, so that way he can charge his bike without having to take out his battery every time. That's simply just this 3-prong connector here. The charger plugs directly into here, and all you do is you basically just plug your charger into the bottom of your bike. and then leave it overnight and you charge up.
Boom. We're almost wrapping up.
Yep, after this is installed, it'll just be putting foam in and then the straps. And then I will double check the programming, program the display, check all the bolts. So half hour, maybe.
So we got the seat on, got the battery in, everything's strapped in. Verlin's just doing a once-over QC check of literally all the nuts and bolts, running through everything before we take her out for a little test ride. Don't have the tank on there yet either, but we're getting there. She purdy. It's a custom light we got on there. Here comes Verlin doing quality check. Look at that light.